The Sunwell has fallen before, and now the void returns, not to conquer, but to consume it at the source. This is Parhelion Plaza, Tier 10, solo run. No group, no backup. Just a Frost Mage holding the line where light and void collide. In this video, I'll walk you through the lore behind this place, the mechanics you need to survive it, and the decisions that made the difference when the run came down to a single life. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for more WoW Midnight content, PvP, delves, and guides, all from a Frost Mage point of view. Drop a like if you enjoy the video and let me know in the comments how your runs have been going. Let's step into the plaza. Parhelion Plaza isn't just part of the Sunwell complex. It's one of the key control points used to stabilize and distribute its energy. After the Sunwell was restored, the Blood Elves didn't just leave it exposed again. They reinforced it. Arcane conduits, containment systems, defensive constructs, all designed to regulate a power that had already proven it could spiral out of control. And they weren't alone in the effort. The Lightforged Draenei were brought here for a reason, not as outsiders, but as specialists. They've spent lifetimes fighting the void across the Great Dark, studying it, resisting it, surviving it. Where the Blood Elves understand the Sunwell's arcane nature, the Lightforged understand what happens when the void gets too close to something like it. So their presence here isn't ceremonial, it's strategic. This is a joint defensive, built on experience and necessity. And at the center of that effort is Grand Artificer Rummel, not a frontline warrior, but something just as important, an architect of control. Rummel oversees the systems that keep the plaza stable, the pylons, the conduits, the arcane flow itself. In a place like this, that role is everything. Because the void doesn't just attack structures, it disrupts systems. It turns order into instability, and stability into collapse. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. The portals, the distortions, the breakdown of the defenses. None of it is random. It's targeted. The void is probing the plaza's infrastructure, looking for a way to break the flow. And once that happens, the Sunwell becomes vulnerable. Not from the outside, but from within. Once you're inside Parhelion Plaza, the difficulty comes from how these mechanics stack, not just individual pulls. This delve rotates through 3 core scenarios, and each one changes how you approach the run. The first is holding the line. You're repairing multiple barriers across the plaza while fighting off waves from the devouring host. If you fall behind on repairs or let enemies stack, the pressure builds fast. The second is bombing run. Here, you're carrying an arcane device into void storm zones to destroy portals, but it comes with a limit. You can only hold it for a short time, and if you're forced into combat, you drop it. So this becomes a balance between movement, timing, and knowing when to fight. The third is March of the Arcane Brigade. You're activating sentinel constructs that move toward void pylons and destroy them, while you clear the path. This phase ramps up quickly because if the pylons stay active, the pressure doesn't stop. Across all 3, the key is control. Interrupt priority targets, avoid unnecessary damage, and manage the space around you. Because in higher tiers like this, things don't fall apart all at once. They build until they do. And in higher tier delves, you always need to stay ready for unexpected pressure. Whether it's extra elites, overlapping mechanics, or sudden spikes in damage. These runs can turn quickly if you lose control. I've had moments like that in my Sunkiller Sanctum run. If you want to see how fast things can collapse, you can check that out on the channel. And that control becomes even more important when you reach the final fight, because Gladius Slaurna doesn't give you time to recover. At the center of Parhelion Plaza is Gladius Slaurna, and this fight is where the entire delve tests your control. Slaurna isn't dangerous because of a single mechanic. It's the way everything overlaps. Throughout the fight, he'll summon void callers and additional adds into the arena. These need to be your priority, because if they're left alive, they start to stack pressure. More damage, more chaos, and less space to work with. On top of that, Slaurna has casts that need to be respected. You want to interrupt where possible, and avoid taking unnecessary damage from his abilities, because in a solo run, every hit matters. He'll also create moments of burst pressure, void energy building, forcing you to reposition or take damage if you're not paying attention. So the fight becomes a balance between three things: managing adds, maintaining your positioning, and controlling incoming damage. If any one of those falls behind, the fight starts to spiral, and the longer the fight goes, the harder it becomes to stabilize. By the time I reached this fight, I was on my last life, no resets, no room for mistakes, so I made a change. I switched into a Frostfire brain freeze build, not for comfort, but for control. The constant dot pressure kept damage on the boss even while I repositioned, and Comet Storm gave me a reliable way to clear the ad waves before they could take over the fight. At that point, it wasn't about maximizing damage, it was about keeping the fight stable. From there, the priority stayed consistent. Deal with the ads immediately, keep spacing clean, and don't let the arena collapse around you. If the ads stack, you lose control. If you stay ahead of them, the fight becomes manageable. This is where most runs fall apart. Not at the start, but here, when everything begins to overlap. And solo, you feel every second of it. But sometimes it's not about playing perfectly, it's about adapting in the moment and finishing the fight anyways. That is Parhelion Plaza, Tier 10 solo run. A fight that builds slowly and then tests whether you can keep control when everything starts to stack. If this helped you get through your own run or gave you a better understanding of the mechanics, let me know in the comments how it went for you. And if you're new here, subscribe for more WoW Midnight content, PvP, delves, and guides, all from a Frost Mage POV. The music you heard throughout this video is my track Sphinx Sonata from the album Goddess Worship Mantra Music. If you enjoyed the sound, you can find it on Spotify and all streaming platforms. And if you're a creator, you're welcome to use my music in your own content. Just credit Atum, Sphinx, Music by, and link back to the channel. Appreciate you being here. This is Atum, and I'll see you in the next delve.